早安，现在是7月4日早上5点半，今天是第11天。早上先来石村湖旁边的脚踏车站借这个首尔公共自行车，待会要骑去蠶室站坐地铁。现在是早上7点，这里是西大门区的地铁梨大站。梨花女子大学是韩国的名校之一，所以出来打卡一下。那距离集合时间7点半还有半个小时，待会再坐2站去弘大入口站集合。这里是弘大入口站的3号出口，后面这辆巴士就是今天要带我们去 DMZ 非武装地带的巴士。
We're going to visit 3 places today, everyone. 3 places. First, Gamaksan Mountain Suspension Bridge. Second, Imjinga Peace Park. And last, DMZ. Last one is DMZ. And in DMZ, we're going to visit the 3rd tunnel, Dora Observatory, and Unification Village. So all of these 3 places that we're going to visit today are related with one historical event in South Korea. It's a Korean War. It's a Korean War. In 1945, when the World War II was over, Japan surrendered. Japan surrendered, and we were free from Japan. Before that, Korean Peninsula, we were colonized by Japan more than 30 years, about 35 years. But World War II was over, Japan surrendered, and we were free. But we had no government at that time, so America and Soviet start trusteeship on Korean Peninsula. The first leader of North Korea, Kim Il-sung, decided to attack South Korea because he knew that we have 0 military power. So he decided to attack South Korea, and in 1950, June 25th, we called it Korean War. They marched to the south over the 38th parallel, and they took over Seoul here, capital of South Korea, just in 3 days. Just in 3 days, because we were not ready for that war. Yes, literally, we were not ready. They just easily got into Seoul, and they kept march to the south, of course. So only like 10 to 15% of South Korean land was remain. That was Busan and Daegu. In 1950 September, when the UN and America, they heard that Korean War began on Korean Peninsula, they decided to come to South Korea to participate this Korean War and help South Korea. But as you know, to come to South Korea, it took some time, right? And almost like 90% of Korean Peninsula was took over by North Korea. The UN and America decided to do the landing operation on Korean Peninsula. And the Supreme Commander was Douglas MacArthur. He decided that area as Incheon to do the landing operation. But everyone disagreed because Incheon is really hard to go inside from the outside by the ship. Yes, the beach line is really difficult, and the water level difference is about 10 meters. So everyone said like we're going to fail. But Douglas MacArthur insists Incheon. He insists Incheon because he was sure if they succeeded that Incheon landing operation, they could reverse the war condition. Because Incheon is like the middle of the Korean Peninsula, like a back. So in 1950 September, they operate the Incheon landing operation, and thank God that operation succeeded. And they actually reversed the war condition. They cut off the North Korea supply, reversed the war condition, and they marched to the north for the first time. So they took over Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea, Pyongyang, in 2 weeks, and same way, they marched to the north. They marched to the north, and they almost got to the China's boundary. The leader of China at that time was Mao Zedong. So he felt danger, and he helped North Korea. China helped North Korea, and after that, just fight and fight again. Yes, based on 38th parallel, they just march, retreat, and march, retreat. So Korean War gets longer than they expected. So every other world was worried that Korean War could be bigger than they expected. They were worried that Korean War could be World War III, because secretly all the big nations already participate in the war. So they were worried, and that time America, Soviet, and China claims for truce or end of the war strongly to both North and South Korea. They were like, come on man, I'm not sure if they really said that, but come on man, isn't it enough? Like that. They strongly asked both South and North to make a truce or end of the war. So in 1953, July 27th, after 3 years and 1 month of war, the first leader of North Korea, Kim Il-sung, and the first president of South Korea, Seung-man Lee, gathered at JSA, the Joint Secretary Area, where the North Korean soldier and South Korean soldier actually see their eyes based on 30-centimeter concrete truce line now. They gather at JSA, the building with the blue roof, and they sign up for the paper to make a truce, not end of the war. So we were in truce more than 70 years. More than 70 years, that makes everyone in this bus, if you want, you can go to North Korea with your passport, but I can't. Yes, we're not allowed to go to North Korea in any way. We can't. We can't make a phone call or send an email or send a letter. No, nothing is possible for South Korean to contact North Koreans. And same way, North Korea can't have interest or have contact to South Korea. If they try, there will be a punishment for them. Because we're in truce, not end of the war. So today we're going to see what's remained after Korean War and what relationship we're having with North Korea after Korean War. So that is the plan, and that was the short explanation of Korean War. Suspension bridge is our journey, but if you want, you can go further to the waterfall. If you cross the bridge, there will be one more path, stairs, to the waterfall. So to suspension bridge, it's about 10 minutes, and from bridge to waterfall, it's about 15 minutes, and going back, it's another 10 minutes. So I'll give you plenty of time.
When we go to the suspension bridge, we're going to see the bunker 2. 2 bunkers actually used during the Korean War. But the suspension bridge itself was built for you guys, for the tourists, 5 years ago, so it's very new and it's really safe. From the ground, it's located about 70 meters from the ground. So it's high and it's really safe. More than 900 people can stand at one time, but it can endure the weight double that. So almost 2,000, but let's not try that one. Oh, this one is pretty.
这里是京畿道坡州市的紺岳山公园，这里和北韩的距离大概是有20公里。那这里也是一些森林步道，然后后面有一座瀑布，刚刚还经过了一个天空吊桥，散步很舒服。
So we're now heading to the 임진각 Peace Park. 임진각 Peace Park will take about 35 minutes to get there. So when we arrive at 임진각 Peace Park, I have to buy the ticket first. Ticket to the DMZ, to enter the DMZ. And then I'll come back to the bus and we're going to explore park with me together a little bit, not like entire time. So we're going to look around 임진각 Peace Park together about 30 minutes because there are things I have to explain to you. And then you're going to enjoy your time individually and of course the lunch time too.
This whole place is 임진각 Peace Park, everyone. This whole place. You can consider this place as a temporary hometown for those who lost their family during the Korean War. Because during the Korean War, more than 10 million of families were separate during the Korean War, and they are still there in North. Yes, there's still someone who has their family in North Korea, but since they have no place to go, so the government built this place for them. So they can come to this place and miss their family from here. This area is one of the northernmost area. So they can feel their hometown and family from this northernmost area. So you can consider this 임진각 Peace Park temporary hometown for those who lost their family. Okay everyone, this is a railroad. If you look down, there's a railroad. And this is original railroad used to run before the Korean War and during the Korean War. Before the Korean War, it used to run to the north. But during the Korean War, it helped the soldier for the South Korea. Yes, carry the supplies. Yes, help the train. And this railroad name is Gyeongui Line. Gyeong means Seoul, that's in Chinese letter. Ui means Sinŭiju, the city in North Korea. So we had a railroad train which runs from the Seoul to Sinŭiju, the city of North Korea. So it was destroyed during the Korean War, but the government kept this one because we're hoping for unification someday, runs again to North Korea and over Eurasia. So we keep this one here, and each iron board indicates the city of North Korea. So later, you can step over to the railroad and take a picture to get, it's okay, take a picture. You can take a picture, and there is Pyongyang, capital of North Korea. Can you see the statue over here? They were known as comfort women. I told you we were colonized by Japan more than 30 years. And during that period, Japan took Korea's girl, age about 14 to 17. They took them and they made them as a sexual slave for the Japanese soldier. Yeah, so we kind of have some history. But the meaning why they are here is they are also hoping for unification from this northernmost area. So the meaning is they are hoping for unification too. This is a train, an original train used to run before the Korean War and during the Korean War. It used to carry the supplies like weapons and food and supplies for the soldier and help South Korea. But one day, big Chinese troops discovered this train and they shot it like a rain. The engineer explained it was like a rain of a bomb. Yes, so if we go there, we're going to take a closer look. If you go there, you'll see how much the train is, how much train is damaged. Hundreds of bullet marks, and if you see the down to the wheel, you will see the wheel is torn apart like a paper. But the surprise thing is, engineer survived from that attack, and he lived until 100 years old in Korean age. Those fences are mark of civilian control line. Yes, out of DMZ line, South Korea set 10-kilometer civilian control line from the truce line. And the fences around this place, it's mark of that civilian control line. And the ribbons on the fence, it's wishes. People come to this place, write down their wishes, and hanging up the bars. This bridge name is Dokkaedari, everyone, Dokkaedari. It used to connect the road to the North Korea. So it was the bridge that connect to the road to the North Korea, but it was broken during the Korea War. After, we built a new one. And we're going to see that bridge later, the Freedom Bridge. After this, we're going to see the Freedom Bridge. This is Freedom Bridge. After we make a truce with South Korea, North Korea, after we make a truce, South Korea government and North Korea government agree to trade our prisoner, their prisoner. So because during the Korea War, many soldiers were died, but also at the same time, too many soldiers were captured to the North Korea, and they were prisoner. But after we make a truce, we agree to trade our prisoner. So our prisoner comes to this bridge and cross this bridge and find they're free again. That's why the bridge name is Freedom Bridge, Freedom Bridge. So the bridge over there, which is broken during the Korean War, it used to be the original bridge connect to the road to the North Korea, but it was broken during the Korean War. So we built a new one here, Freedom Bridge, and the prisoner comes from this bridge. Over the fence, that's South Korea GP, the guard post. Okay, everyone, let's hear some song. Can you hear it? Okay, that's it. So I told you more than 10 millions of families were separated during the Korean War. Since they had no chance to meet their family, so they were very sad. And they always misses their family because they were separate. Some of them are in North Korea, some of them is in South Korea. So after 30 years of truce, in 1983, South Korea government and North Korea government agree to let them meet. North Korean family hand out some document, and South Korea family hand out some document with the DNA sample. The government dissected, do the research, and they found their family, and they gathered together at public area like Kumgangsan mountain area, and they meet each other, their family, for 3 days. And then separate again. And that family reunion was filmed as a television show, and lasts about 138 days, non-stop live show. So it becomes our UNESCO memory of the world, UNESCO heritage. And if you see the bottom, you can see the picture of that television show program, everyone. So if you look down, you can see the pictures, and if you want to see the video, if you Google it, or if you search the YouTube, you will find it. North Korean, South Korean family reunion. And the song you heard was used as a background music for that television show. So the title is Lost 30 Years, which is now Lost 70 Years. The Korean letter on the stone, it's a look, of course, it's a lyrics. It's about even there's a rain or snow or wind, I miss them 30 years. I have no place to go, so I cried a lot. When are we going to meet again, my brother, sister? Where are you, my mother? Where are you, my father? I just cry out your name. So the lyrics is about how much they miss their family. In South Korea, we have big family occasion. Big two family occasion. First one is Lunar New Year. Second one is Korean Thanksgiving. And in those two periods, all of the family gather together. All of the family gather together at their parents' house or their brothers or sisters. But since they have no place to go, so they comes to this place, to this altar, and they miss their family from here. They prepare some food their family used to like, and some ritual food, and put the food on the stone table over there and do the worship to their ancestor. And they bow to them like this, like this, all the way down to the bottom, 2 times for the dead one, 1 time for the lived one. So they put the food on the stone table and do the worship. And this altar name is Mangbedan, in Korean word, Mangbedan. And can you see the stone over there? Behind the Mangbedan altar? Those stone indicates the city of North Korea, the past, old hometown of North Korea, so they can miss their hometown, so they can see their hometown from here.
后面这一条河流是临津江，刚刚从对面坐缆车跨越过来，这里离北韩只有5公里。那有一部分的临津江还是南韩和北韩的国界。现在走进了一个管制区域，这里只有早上9点到下午5点40有开放。这里戒备森严，然后2侧都有铁丝网，感觉外面有可能有地雷，上面有标语。刚刚从管制区域的入口大概又走了5分钟，来到了一个新的展望台。后面这个是和平的灯塔，然后步行桥、和平的凉亭，然后这个是防止越境指示牌。
So first, we're going to go to the Unification Bridge to go inside civilian control line and further to the DMZ. So Unification Bridge is the only official way to go to North Korea. 2 presidents has been crossed that bridge. First one is Moo Hyun-no. Second one is Jae In-moon. Jae In-moon is our previous president, and they crossed it to do the summit between North. Okay everyone, now we're passing the gate and let's go to the Unification Bridge everyone. From now, you can take out your camera, you can take a picture or video, just not the face of the soldier, not the face of the soldier. So we're now inside of the civilian control line, everyone. Civilian control line. Inside the civilian control line, we have a lot of farmland. A lot of farmland. That's why we have a unification village. That's Imjin River, everyone. Imjin River. Imjin River flows from the North Korea. It starts from the North Korea and runs through the Seoul and become Han River at some point. It's Han River. We're now heading to the third infiltration tunnel. It's a tunnel digged by North Korea to attack South Korea one more time after make a truce. Until now, we discovered 4 tunnels and we're heading to the third one because that is the biggest, largest, and the dangerous one. All 4 tunnels are discovered while doing the work, so they never made it, but all of the 4 tunnels are towards to the Seoul. So how we discovered the tunnel? In 1974, one North Korean soldier runs from the north and he got into South Korea. He risked his life to come to Korea because if he got caught, execution. But he runs to the north and got into South Korea and told us that they are digging a tunnel. The first leader of North Korea, Kim Il-sung, ordered to dig the tunnel to do the surprise attack on South Korea. So we were shocked. We were shocked because it was 1974, almost 24 years after truce. So we were shocked and we tried to find it, of course. In 1978, we found it. Almost after 4 years. Government and military estimate the place along with the North Korean soldiers' explanation, and they put 107 pipes along with that area. And one day in 1978, there was a water soaring up from the pipe like a spring suddenly. So they go there and they digged it. They go there and they put 5 more pipes. They dig 5 more pipes deeply and pour down the water, and the water just keeps soaking in, go inside. So they digged it and we found it. So after that, South Korea, we digged 2 ways, 1 monorail way and 1 walkway. Okay everyone, so the road that we're riding is our national number 1 road. Our national number 1 road leads to the North Korea. If we keep right this way, we can reach to the north because it's connected to the North Korea. So if you look down and look up, you can see the green signboard, and that is the only signboard indicates the city of North Korea and capital of North Korea, Pyongyang and Kaesong. There is a last toll gate, everyone. Last toll gate to the North Korea. That is the last toll gate. So if our driver doesn't stop and keep right that way, we can enter to the North Korea. But let's not try that one. I'm afraid. When we held Pyeongchang Winter Olympic, we did South and North entrance, joint entrance. And the players of North Korea comes from that toll gate. Okay, on the left there's South Korean soldier military troops, everyone. That's real South Korean military troops. They stayed there for 18 months. 18 months. Sleep, eat, train, and their main job is get rid of landmines. Because during the Korean War, they put a lot of landmines, so they are still working on it. So now we're inside civilian control line, and when we arrive at the third tunnel, that means we're inside the DMZ area, demilitarized zone. And it's same with North Korea. They do have a 2-kilometer DMZ zone because we made agreement to set that DMZ zone. To many reasons, but the main purpose is to do not attack each other that easily.
This is the map of the third tunnel. This is where the water's soaring up. And this is the 2-way, 1 monorail way and 1 walkway. So we're going to take the walkway, and it's about 350 meters. So we're going down, and the walkway that we're going to take, it's going to be downhill, everyone. And when you come back, it's going to be uphill. So when you reach to the bottom, you're going to see North Korean soldier statue and then go inside the original tunnel digged by North Korea. So the tunnel down there locates about 73 meters from the ground. When you reach to the bottom, you'll go inside the original tunnel and you're going to see the third barricade. After we discovered it, we put 3 barricades for our safety. Okay, so the third barricade, you're going to see it and you have to come back. There's only one way, so no danger of lost. So when you get there, you're going to see the plants through the window. That's the work of previous government. Previous government wanted to make this place peaceful place, so they put some plant over here and turn on the light. And you're also going to see the 5 digits, 5 number. That's the date after make a truce. We're counting dates down there. So from here, about truce line, here is the truce line, military demarcation line is the truce line. It's about 170 meters from here.
The mark of the DMZ. We have a blue line on the road to mark DMZ, everyone. That is the mark of the DMZ, everyone. If we cross it, then we're entering to the DMZ. Entering to the DMZ. So there is not DMZ zone. That's why we have a military truce with the tank, because they are not in DMZ zone. So we're now, everyone, inside DMZ zone. No weapons allowed.
这里是都罗山展望台，这里是今天行程的最后一个部分。那它也是韩国最好看到北韩的地方。
Biggest city in North Korea, where the Kaesong industry is in it, which is shut down for now, but there was a Kaesong industry still. And on the left, there's some small villages, and here is like research laboratory to do some research about first leader Kim Il-sung. Yes, so that is the laboratory of Kim Il-sung. And on the right side, there's 160-meter artificial flag tower. In the past, they put big 3 speakers on the top of the flag tower, and they did propaganda. So they always broadcast how great their leader is, how happy to be North Korean, I'm not sure. But they always broadcast like that. And do you know what we fight against the propaganda? We played Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style only. And in the middle, there is 212 GP, everyone. 212 guard post. That's where they start digging the 3rd tunnel. Under that GP, they start digging the 3rd tunnel. So our plan was to look down the North Korea, but today's weather. So if you want, of course, you can try. You can go outside and try to see. But if you don't want, on the 2nd floor and 1st floor, they have a replica of the border. Yes, include the JSA building and things. On the 2nd floor, they have a border replica. And the 1st floor, more.
Made by government because government wanted to build a ideal village close to the border. But the main purpose is to use the farmland around the civilian control line. As you see, we have a lot of farmland along with the civilian control line inside this area. So that's why government made unification village and get some volunteer and people who agree to move to the village. They are actually living in there. Yes, they live a life. Their main job is, of course, agriculture. Yes, farming. The main crop is rice, wheat, potatoes, sweet potato, corns, and soybean. So soybean is kind of specialty here. So when we go to the unification village, you will have a chance to taste soybean ice cream. And if you see right and left, you can see the fence, small fence, very low one, and the red triangle. Red triangle means that there is a landmine inside that area. Yes, because during the Korean War, they put a lot of landmines. Still, we have a lot of landmines along with this mountain area. So we are not supposed to step our foot in that. 从统一村休息站坐了1个小时的车，回到这里是首尔马浦区的弘大商店街。今天的 DMZ 之旅就到这边结束。比较可惜的就是都罗山展望台没有看到北韩的风景，但是大部分还是很好玩。那现在就去逛一逛弘大商店街。 超级大颗烤棉花糖巧克力冰淇淋，棉花糖巧克力冰淇淋太甜了，所以再配一杯巧克力香蕉冰沙。望远市场门口的炸物店买了一片炸猪排。这里是马浦区町站的附近，现在在前往汉江河滨公园的路上。今天雨下很大，很累，加油！
前往是为您新加坡国联邦所有非常一开心歌。
现在是晚上7点半，刚刚从城山大桥沿着汉江河边骑了5公里的脚踏车，来到这里是麻浦大桥的桥下。麻浦大桥在1976年就通车了，长度有1600公尺，连接首尔的马浦区还有永登浦区。那它是韩国知名的自杀大桥，很多人会从麻浦大桥上面跳下汉江自杀，所以桥上有很多暖心标语，但是据说反而起了反效果。这里是地铁汝矣渡口站，它在永登浦区的汝矣岛上。汝矣岛是首尔的金融中心，也是首尔地价最贵的地方。这里是鷺梁津站，它跟台北的南阳街很像，有满满的补习班跟考试院。很多要考大学或是考公务员的学生会在这边用功苦读。